Please welcome FOH editor Bill Evans and audio engineer Buford Jones.
Hey, before we get back on this great script, I just want to say for a second, it's all about your friends. You never know which phone call is going to be the important one. Our audio innovator nominee tonight, that train got rolling when I got a phone call from a local sound company owner here in Las Vegas saying, why the hell hasn't Al won yet? So thanks to Larry Hall.
Please welcome Mr. Paul Anka.
Hello, hello. With the lights out, less dangerous, here we are now. Entertain us, I feel stupid, contagious. Thank you. Here we are now. Can you hear me? Of course you can, I was only kidding. But there was a time back here in Vegas, and just about everywhere else, a live performance was going on. That question would come up more than once. But that was before our brilliant guest of honor took it upon himself to change the quality of live performance. And he set the standard for just about every live act that ever set foot on a stage from that day on. Al has been making us sound good for too many years, and for me especially. More years than either of us care to mention. He also gives me credit for giving him his personal motto: the stakes are too high for amateurs. What I really said that day was, your rates are too high, said my managers. But since Al was one of the guys who had mic'd me that day, he never clearly heard what I said. But he thought that sounded pretty good, so he stuck with it. Al always had a good idea of how good he was. Who else would name his company A1 Audio? Maybe B+ Audio, or pretty darn good audio, but not Al. He went for A1, and then set about making sure the work fit the quality of the name. Back in the late 80s, I said to Al one day, as a joke, Al, when I perform, I want it to seem like a religious experience for my audience. Can you help me? Al looked at me and he said, been there, done that. And he had. Back in 1987, he provided the sound for Pope John Paul II in Dodger Stadium. I said, did he happen to sing Popey Love? Al, like the rest of you, didn't think that was very funny. I first met Al all those years ago at Caesar's Palace when he came to mix the sound for my live performance. He had this unique speaker and a preamp console set up that just knocked me out. And I wanted to buy the whole thing on the spot. Al said, I can see why you would want a great sound system. Since you're so short, if they can't see you, at least they'll be able to hear you. Well, we've been through a lot together, Al and I, over the years. And now it's time for me to give him feedback. Not the kind that drives everybody crazy, but the kind that tells the world what kind of guy he truly is. When you reach a certain age, and I'm fairly certain Al and I are just about at that point, you start to think about the things that really, really matter. And I'm fairly certain, knowing Al, as I have all these years, these are things that matter to him. When we're gone, what will really matter is not your success, but your significance. What will matter is not what you learned, but who you taught. What will matter is every act of integrity, compassion, courage, or sacrifice that enriched, empowered, or encouraged others to emulate your example. What will matter is not your competence, but your character. What will matter is not how many people you knew, but how many will feel a lasting loss when you're gone. What will matter is not your memories, but the memories that live on in those you loved and who have loved you. What will matter is not how long you'll be remembered, but for what and by whom. Living a life that matters does not happen by accident. It's not a matter of circumstance, but a matter of choice. Looking at the life that this man has led so far and continues to lead, it is obvious the choice he has made and the values that he is focused on the things that truly, truly matter. Now, Al, to wrap this up in a proper fashion, I'd like to tell you in my way how much you've mattered to me, to my life and my career. Al, please join me on stage. Would you all give Al an applause as he comes up here on the stage? Al Siniscal, folks. Yeah. Sit down, Al. I originally wrote this lyric for an ex-client of Al's and a very dear friend of mine, Frank Sinatra. But tonight, this is for you, my boy. This year, we're here to cheer the pioneer, the innovator, world round. I've searched and found, as for a sound, there's no one greater. That's Al Siniscal, my longtime pal, since my first tour days. Each choice is sage, and so on stage, my ways are your ways. Yes, we know the kid from MO changed audio, and it's no mystery. It's true, since Washington U, the Air Force too, you've been making history. It's plain, like Sinatra and Wayne, you've eased our pain. When problems plague us, we turn to you, the sound guru, here in Las Vegas. Come on, what you got? Yes, through the years, you've been the link from Aerosmith to Humperdinck. No room acoustics, beyond hope. You made a pop star of the Pope. He was a hit, and holy shit, he liked it your way. A spree of ingenuity, that's VIP, and it's worth noting. What fun running A1. When work was done, you'd go out boating. We know, show after show, it's go, go, go. So why deny it? With each life encore, one thing's for sure, you'll amplify it. Now as for matters of the heart, Holly, your wife's a work of art. Abby and Gabe, great kids, it's nice. Give them a hand, folks. They come to you for sound advice for all you do. This is my cue to thank you